Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samatprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmatacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Shri Matre Namaha. So I should start my narration from the time I had the inspiration of going to Vishnu Maya, that is Vaishno Devi. So it all started when we completed our, we completed our 100 times, that is Shatachanti Parayanam. So when we completed Devi Mahatmyam, around 25 to 30 people of us were able to do the Chandi Parayanam at the Shodasa Kalainera, that is the Shodasa special time. And that was the time I had an inspiration of going to Vishnu Maya. And after that, so many things happened by her guidance. Okay, so actually speaking, an year ago, right, I told all the senior students will know that to take 9 coins and invoke Devatas, that is the Navadurgas in them, and do Argala Stotram 9 times for 9 days. I do not know from where that idea came to me, but I told all the senior students to do that. So that was also the beginning of this journey. Okay. So for the past 1 year, so many of us were doing, we were having 9 silver coins or gold coins, and we were invoking Devi in that, and we were doing the Argala Stotram on that. So that was guidance by Devi Ma. Okay. So after that, we started with Lalita Sahasranama, free Parayanam, everything was going on according to her will. And in our classes, there was one person, Meenakshi, and a small kid, you would remember, they were chanting from Vaishno Devi. Actually, they didn't meet me this time, but she was the one who said, Amma, you please come to Vaishno Devi. Then it struck me, I should visit Vaishno Devi. Okay. So we organized our trip without knowing anything. So we contacted so many travel agents, but Priya from Mumbai, she was very keen that we should book our helicopter tickets before we book our journey. And that also happened as a miracle. Getting 30 helicopter tickets is not an easy joke. Okay, so all of them will know how much I was chasing behind them to get the 30 helicopter tickets, because we have to get from someone who is there. And everything was done in phases. It's not a joke to go to Vaishno Devi. And after that, once the helicopter tickets were finalized, we went to a travel agent for booking the helicopter ticket in Coimbatore, whereby he was not able to do, and we had to book his ticket. So we canceled that person, and only the flight ticket was done by that person. Okay. And after that, who is our tour organizer there? So luckily, we had a very beautiful tour organizer who organized the rooms and the travel, which was done by that person. But the helicopter, Yatra, and other things were done by another person. So it was all done by different people at different phases. So many people, Devi Ma connected with me. So many people at different levels. The people who came also will not know who were the people who got connected with us, except Anandi alone will know the complete picture. So we got connected with so many people and everything was done. And last 6 tickets, they didn't have a helicopter ticket, and they went and stood in the queue and they got the tickets. Now I'll go into the journey. So we started a journey from Coimbatore airport, and we started chanting Vakratunda Mahakaya, Ghananantva, everything at the airport, and we started our journey because we kept Ganesha in front of us. Ganesha was guiding us, removing all the obstacles. Okay. And we went to Delhi. From Delhi, we waited for another 4 hours, and then we landed at Jammu Airport. From Jammu Airport, our vehicles were waiting, and we had to travel to a place called as Yatra. And to your notice, I knew this, but I did not reveal to everyone. Yatra had a bomb blast, terrorist attack the day before we landed. There was a bomb blast, and the terrorist attack was there. There is one student, our student living in Jammu. He also, I didn't meet, Sateke Banbotra. He texted me, Amma, be careful. There is a bomb blast here. Okay, there was a bomb blast, but we kept our faith on Devi and we landed. Okay, so we were going on the way. From Jammu to Yatra was the bomb blast, but we crossed that place and we went. When we were entering inside, we could see a forest fire. Okay, the forest fire was there. And in the forest fire, even Yogita was able to see that there was a formation of Trishul in the forest fire. So, like, that is the first guidance Devi gave us, that you will be safe. If you want, I'll show the messages I received from Sateke Banbotra. Okay, are you safe, Amma? Every time he used to ask, are you safe? I said, we are fine. Okay, so we were able to see the Trishul. And then we went and landed, and we went to checked into our hotels, and we had very beautiful food. I should thank Yogita for that. Very beautiful food, nice food. Yes, Amma. So, like, we had very nice food, and in the night, actually, I wanted to change my room because the AC was not working proper. And the person came and checked it, and he said, Amma, I've given a room. Just go and see the veranda there. So I just opened the door and went to the balcony. A big balcony was there, and I could see the Vaishno hill. And on the hill, we could see the Trishul. And after that, the Trishul changed into the shape of Veli. And a ball of fire from the mountain was straight away coming to me. So I totally surrendered to Durga Devi, the form of Agni. So I called some of our students, and all of us gathered there. And I was literally crying because there was a fear inside me, but Devi was giving me the assurance. And Kapila was the first one who came there. And actually, I was lying on a shoulder and I was in tears because I brought 34 people, okay, to see you, Ma. You have to give me the assurance. That was my prayer. Protect them, everyone. And Devi gave me the assurance. So I told everyone, we have seen Devi. She's given us the assurance in the form of Agni. Definitely our trip is going to be a bliss. Okay, that was the first day. The first day was really miraculous. All of us were, overwhelmed with what you say, like the bliss was, I cannot explain by words. I cannot explain by words. It was really a fulfilling bliss. The next day, we started a journey to the helipad, and the person who had booked a ticket was there. And we were sent in batches to the Vaishno Devi top. Okay. And I should also thank Radha Ma, because she made some surprising arrangements. And since my husband had completed 60th year, she had arranged to give Mangalyam and like at Vaishno Devi. And so she gave me a beautiful sari, and my husband also a silk dhoti and everything. You have to wear this and come up. So we got dressed up and we went there. Heavy crowd. You will not believe me. The walking crowd, the trip organizer said, was standing for 1.5 kilometers from the base. You have to go up 14 kilometers. So imagine the crowd was standing 15 kilometers or 16 kilometers from the shrine, from the bhavan. Okay, of course, we went by helicopter. The 6 people who did not have the helicopter ticket, who booked in the end, had to go at 4 a.m. in the morning and stand in the queue. When they went itself, there were 300 to 400 people there. Okay, so in batches, we all went up, and there we had arranged a person who would take us to the shrine. So I told the person that we want to have the darshan of Devi Ma, but you know what he told me? Amma, it's heavily crowded. Even Priya texted me like, it's heavily crowded, Ma. Whatever darshan you are able to take now, please take. Next time we'll see. That's what he's told me. Whatever darshan you are able to take, please have it. Next time we'll see, because the queue is enormous. It's crowded like anything. Like, you know, like more than Tirupati, I should say. Okay, so, but since we had the helicopter tickets, we were given the VIP darshan. So that queue also was crowded. The VIP darshan ticket was also crowded. There was, and at one point, they both the queues merged. That is the general queue and the VIP tickets. So after that, it was only push and pull. Everybody was pushing us. Okay, and we reached the bhavan. We were going for the darshan. Till now, I'm wondering what happened to the crowd. I don't know. I keep asking these people, how did the crowd allow us to stand in front of Devi for more than 10 to 15 minutes? Each of us stood. Like, you know, it's a very small cave. Not that everyone can go and stand there. So only 5 to 6 people were able to go and stand there. So this person took me first, my husband, Radhama, and Radhama's husband. And Radhama gave the Mangalyam to my husband, and to the Purohit, and asked him to place it at the feet of Devi, and then gave it to my husband to tie it on me. That was something, you know, very auspicious that took place. Okay, Ma? And also, like, you know, when I went inside, there was a transit. That is, one Purohit was leaving, another Purohit was coming inside. And the time was exactly the Purnima. Purnima started. So the transit period, we had another extra 5 minutes to look at the Devis, and it was the Swayambhu, like, you know, Devis, no man-made. So 3 Pindus are there. And I was able to see the Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, and Mahakali. And this secret was revealed to me only very shortly. Okay, Devi taught me that. If I say, I don't know, people will not believe or what, I don't know. But she told me that is, Lakshmi is different from Mahalakshmi, Saraswati is different from Mahasaraswati, and Kali is different from Mahakali. This secret is what was taught to me by Devi just few months ago or whatever. And then we used to do the Bija Mantratmaka Durga Saptasati, which is very rare, very rare. So we every day, 48 days, most of us did that. And so when looking at the Pindus, I was able to see the eyes of Mahakali, the eyes of Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati. And no words can explain. And I do not know, till now, I do not know where the crowd went. The crowd was still there. But all of us had darshan. Everyone, even Anita was saying, Anita was having the darshan, and the Purohit gave her, a slap on her back, and she just fell. And they had kept lotus, and on her hands were like this. We had blissful darshan, Aima, blissful darshan. All of us came out, and after that only, even some of us even went back and forth. Can you imagine like that? We came out, and then again we went in. Nobody came in. I do not know till now what happened. Only our people were there. Only our people. That too, few people missed because the helicopter was not allotted for them. So around, I don't know, some 7 or 8, 9 people, they missed out. The rest of us all had beautiful darshan. Like, you know, we came out, Ganga Jal was coming, and we had the Jal. Again went in and saw Devi. It was as though nobody else was there, only us. Why I'm sharing this is because Devi honors the real faith, real Sharanagati. because total Sharanagati and total preparation, all of you know, we started tying that Raksha from the time we had Chanti Puja at Coimbatore. So all the plans were done with total Sharanagati to Devi, and she saw us. Not that we saw us, she saw us. So till the time we came out of the main entrance, no crowd was there, nobody was there. And after that, or afterward, it must be some 15 or 20 minutes. I don't know whether they stopped the crowd or something, or the darshan was stopped. I do not know till now. But all of us were so free. Nobody else was there except our group. We all came out. See, Suganti Amma is there, everyone, so many people who came with us. So it is the real miracle, I should say. Then after that, we came out, we had the darshan at Ram Temple and other things, and we came down. The one more miracle at Vaishno Devi, I should say, the people who were left behind, around a few people, Hema, her children, and Nirmala's husband, I think it must be Kausalya, and few people who were left behind at the helipad down because their flight was a little delayed. They were not able to come in. So they had to come separately, and Sharmila also, I think. So they all had darshan, okay, and they had to come down from the hill. People have to come down. So they came down, and that was the last helicopter flight from Vaishno Devi, because after that, they shut all the flights of helicopter because of the bomb threat, terrorism. So that message also came to me from one called Ramesh Sharma. He said, have all your people come down. I said, yes. There's no more flight from Vaishno to down. Helicopter is stopped. What do you think? Is it not a miracle? Is it not a miracle? So the Devi's grace, why I'm sharing is that you should understand the grace of Devi, how she protects her own children. So we all came, nothing, no issues were there. The people even went for shopping in the evening. Nothing, we didn't have any issue. And the next day, we checked out the rooms at Yatra and we went to Shivkhori. So, see, you know, in Sri Vidya, the triad principle is Trishul. Please note this, the triad principle is Trishulam, the three triangle. The three triangle merges into one stem, that is Bindu. Bindu is Shivshakti Aikyam. Again, Bindu is Shivshakti Aikyam. It manifests as three, that is the triad principle, Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Jnana Shakti, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, and Mahasaraswati, which is the Vishnu Maya. Hope you understand. So Shiva Shakti Aikyam splits as three Trishul, Icha, Kriya, Jnana Shakti, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, Mahasaraswati. So we had the darshan of Trishul in the beginning. We had the darshan of the triad principle of Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. So the next ultimate is the Bindu, which is the Shiva Shakti Aikya. And it was Shivkhori, which was planned in the end. All of you know that, those who planned with us, we didn't have the Shivkhori in our itinerary. We were supposed to go to Patni Top, which is the peak where you can see the Jammu and other things. But all of a sudden, it took a turn, and I don't know how it happened. We were going to Shivkhori. That also is a miracle. As see, one person who's traveling with me from the beginning of this package will know that. All of a sudden, we decided, no, we'll go to Shivkhori. And in between also, I had a small this thing because Priya from Mumbai, she said, it's very dangerous to climb when it's somewhere you have steps and somewhere you have this thing, horse, sometimes it falls down, something and all, she was telling. So I thought maybe shall we change it to Patni Top? But there was a clear guidance that you must go to Shivkhori. And if you look at the videos of Shivkhori in YouTube, you'll be frightened to see that. will I ever be able to go? So I even asked a person there, is there any other way through which we can go other than the main path? And the Pandit, they said, no, Amma, you are traveling by this at least once. So we went inside the cave. So we were traveling by horse. Everything was very safe. And we took dolly and everything. The hill itself is divine. The hill itself is divine. So we took the dolly and some of them took the horse and everything. And all we reached the Shivkhori cave. And then from there, we left our mobile phone. No mobile phones were allowed. So that's why we are not able to post any pictures. So we went inside the cave. So inside the cave, as you enter, you see the Seshanagam, naturally formed in the rock, not man-made, naturally formed. I should tell those people who raise question against Hinduism should be pushed inside the cave. When they come out, they will come out as Hindus. They should just push them inside. Let them go and come out. When they come out, they will come out as Hindus. I tell you, I give this as an open challenge because all the 33 crore devatas are formed there naturally. It's a must-visit place. People are not very familiar with that. So when you go inside itself, you see the Seshanagam. Then the cave is dark, really. And all the walls are covered with naturally formed images of devatas. Okay. And we walk inside. Some places you have to stoop down. Some places are very narrow. One place was really narrow, like, your head is like this, your body has to bend like this and then go. It's just half feet. Okay, all of us went through that. All of us went through that. That is the best part of it. Whether old or young or fat or slim, even I went. And I could feel like when we were going through that, we were sliding like some gravity is pulling. It's a frictionless movement. It was there. You will not experience any knee pain or joint pain or nothing. Some gravity is just pulling us inside, Amar. Believe me that. Somebody is pushing you and you're going inside. All that we were doing is only chanting Sri Rudram. Imagine, we were so blessed to chant Rudram in Himalayas. It will be reverberating even now, the vibrations, because only the vibrations have created all these things. And all that we could say is Mahamrutyam Jai Mantram and Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Nothing else. Blank. You forget about your family. You forget about your whatever you are, who you are. Even you forget about your name. No Nama, Rupam, Nakalam, nothing. The ultimate thing is you're with the divine. I'd love to go there again. We were just pushed and all of us went like a chain. We all went. And in some places we sat and we took some rest. After that we chanted, like, Vritim Jaya Mantram, whatever came to us, Sri Rudram, we chanted and then we went. In some places, once you come out of the mother's womb, that's what I was remembered. Like, when you're bending like this, your half body is bending, head is going, then it's as though the baby is in the mother's womb. And after that, there is a rock, big rock, where you have to literally crawl. Only crawl, you cannot rise. So crawling stage. And after that, we reach the Shivkhori. We're inside the sanctorium. That is the divine place. I still remember. I know the words Mukti. Okay. In that place, you find Swayambhu Shivlingam. And there is this thing for Parvati Devi, a pinta, and one for Kartikeya. Muruga is there. Muruga is there. Kartikeya is there. And on top, you find Ganesha. And on one side, you find Vishnu. you find the Sudarshana Chakra, and you have a row of Shankam. Okay, a row of Shankam. Shankam is there, row, totally all this. And in the end, there is a small hole in which there is one Shankar. And the person shows the torchlight and says, that is the mukti. That is void, nothing. There's no vibration, nothing. It's void. So that is the mukti. Okay, the place was totally filled with energy. Everybody is there. Everybody is there. Any Hanuman is there, Vishnu is there. And the highlight was, like, I had read before we went, so I could see, white things, patches on top of the Shivling. And we were really blessed, I should say. So the Pandit gave us the jalam, and all of us touched it. And that was the purpose of my birth was fulfilled. I was able to do Abhishekam. I was able to do the Abhishekam and touch and feel the Shiva there. I was literally shivering inside and outside. Even I could experience now the same feeling. There's something happening inside my stomach, inside the legs. I was shivering like anything. I was able to do the Abhishek. And that is one, I don't know, like I don't have any word, because the purpose of my birth is so. I asked Shiva, who am I? Why did you give me this much of blessings? Nothing else. His grace. Because they are gathered there as Shiva Shakti Aikyam, as a Bindu, with the sun, Kartikeya. And now only I just recall why he should show us the veil there in the fire. I was able to see the veil. You zoom the pictures and see. I posted it. The hill was very far, not very close. We could see the veil. Now there is, see, the main three Pindus at Shivkhori is Shiva Parvati and Kartikeya. So all the pujas which we have done all these years gave us that bliss. And the person showed the torchlight and showed us from the top, you can see the udder of Kamadhenu. Okay, on the top of the cave rock roof. And there it is dripping a white liquid. A white liquid is dripping from there. It was just dripping and dripping. And no, it's constantly doing Abhishekam to the Shivling, the Gomata, Kamadhenu. Then we were blessed to have that liquid for us to drink. So all of us, normally they don't give, but somehow or other, we managed to get it. And we all had a sip of it. It is like, it's tastes just like little sweeter than water, little sweeter than water. It's white. It's just like water. The smell is like milk. Is what I can say. The smell was like milk. Am I correct, Amma? The smell was like milk. Taste was little sweeter than water. Little in rocky taste was also there. The smell was exactly that. If you close your eyes and without the taste, if you smell it, you will know, say that it's milk. But it's not milk. So we were so much blessed to have that. And that main cave, you come to the next part of the cave. There we find again Shabda Rishis Sudarshana Chakra, Vishnu, Hanumanji, everyone formed naturally on the cave. Jada of Shiva, okay, all this we were able to see. And there is one form of Shiva lying down there, that is the physical form of Shiva, instead of Shivlingam, the physical form of Shiva. And there's a Nabi. From the Nabi, water is coming from down. I don't know how many of our people saw it properly. The Nabi, the water is coming from down. Here, the water is falling from up. Here, the Nabi, the water is falling. So I asked my guide, can I have a little bit of that water? The Nabi Teetham off. He said, normally we don't give, but Amma Anjalita he gave, because he was falling on my feet and he was telling Amma something, I want to take your blessing. Keep your hands on my head. Well, I'm not trying to boost everyone who came. I don't know. It was not me. It's not me, myself, this physical form. No, it's something else. Devi was residing in me. So he said, keep your hands. Even after I got down from the thing, Doli, departure, he came and he said, the Prohit there, he said, keep your hands on my head. I want to feel that once again. I want to feel your hands on my head once again. So it was not me. Devi was totally inside me that time. That's all. So, and he gave me the Tirtham. So we all had that Tirtham also. And after that, actually, we came out of the main entrance. We didn't go through the path. This path is only for going inside. Once you go inside, it's mukti. So you're liberated. So this trip, after that, we came out and then we took our doli and everything and we came down. And from Shivkhori, we went to Jammu. Now regarding Jammu, all of us have a very different notion about Jammu. But the name Jammu came because of the Jambavan, Jambavi in Ramayana. It's Jambu and not Jammu. And morning we went to the Amar Singh Museum, the king of Jammu, an ardent devotee of all our devatas. So we were visiting the palace and his monuments and all those things. Most of us were feeling so much connected because we didn't feel that we were visiting a museum or anything, because the souls were there. I could see the souls of Amar Singh and all the people, the queen and everyone, because they're still living there. That much all of us felt. Because we felt, as though we were inside a temple, not a museum or this thing. And we were praying to the souls, bring back peace. Because they are living there. The souls have not, gone there, out of there. Because the Jammu, the land is very, very divine. The land of Hindu Dharma, Sanatana Dharma. So we were able to see the museum and soulfully connected with them. And we came back to the room. And afternoon, everyone went for shopping. Morning we went to Jambukesh, that is the temple. So as you enter inside itself, the Jambavi form is there. Suyambu in the rock. Only the eyes they were kept on that. So we went to that temple. There also see, one more thing I was able to identify there. There's no discrimination between Saivite and Vaishno. Nothing. Everywhere, Rama is there, Vishnu is there, Hanuman is there. This is on track, another side, because Rama was an ardent devotee of Shiva. So why this discrimination all has come? Because, some miscreants, that's all I should say. Inside there is a Shivling with Ekamukha Rudraksha. And there also, there is a pathway which leads to Amarnath. See, even in Shivkhori, there's a pathway which leads to Amarnath. And it is said that only 2 people have gone through that. One person reached Amarnath, the other person whereabouts not known, because inside it's very dark, no oxygen, everything. Similarly, in that Jambu temple also, we can see a path leading to Amarnath. No one has gone through that yet, so it's been locked, but you can see the pathway. So we saw that Shivling, and we sat there and we chanted. I think we chanted Sri Rudram there. Yeah. And there is also Vaishnavi Devi and all the Navadurgas, everyone under the cave. So it's a cave, and some man-made, not totally natural as Shivkhori, some man-made, some swim. So we had a blissful darshan there. And then we all returned to the room. Some of them went for shopping. And there was one more temple, which I need to mention in Jammu, which I'd love to visit again also. That is actually, it's not Swayambhu, but it has been built by Amar Singh and his people. It's a Raghunath temple. Okay, so it's a Raghunath temple. I posted the video of that there. We can take the photographs and everything. So Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita Devi are the main deities there. And total big shaligram is there. And Siddhivinayaka is there. All those things. Those pictures I posted. So we went to that temple. And around that temple, 33 crores of shaligrams have been kept. 33 crores. 33 crores shaligram. So we were able to go around all those things chanting Vishnu Sahasranam. It's a very blissful thing because I had the inspiration to tell them to chant Vishnu Sahasranama. And Bhagavan told me 33 crore into 1,000 is your account for chanting the Nama of Vishnu. 33 crore into 1,000. So 10 power 9, 33 into 10 power 9 times chanting the Nama of Vishnu. So we chanted that also. I posted the video. We went around all these places and we were chanting, Vishnu Sahasranama. And behind Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita Devi, we have Vishnu Maya again. See the connectivity. So our journey started with Trishulam and it came to Rama. We worshipped. That was the last arti we saw. And it was really blissful. Okay. And after the arti, there is also an outer prahara where all the deities are there. So everyone went, but I could not go. Why means I was totally out. So I said, I want to sit here. So as I sat there, I could see Rama. I could see Sita, Lakshmana, something like, it was like as though they are living with us, like as how I see you all, like people coming next and smiling and, talking normal. I don't know what conversation. Normally they're talking. Hanuman was there, jumping there. And it was like, I cannot connect it, but I could see them in the physical form, which has never happened to me till date. So I was simply sitting there. So I could feel every one of them because the energy is so much there because of the shaligrams and the pujas and everything. So I could feel them, feel the presence. Openly speaking, till date, I was not much attracted towards Rama. I was very much attracted to Krishna. But Rama, I should start, a little bit only I've done. I should start maybe. But Rama was physically present, very beautiful that, you cannot remember the features, but his face was bright. The tejas on his face was so bright. And also the Sita Devi, very beautiful. She looked more like Lakshmi Devi. So that's what I could see. Her face and her resemblance were more like Lakshmi Devi. And she was also so beautiful, looking with the eyes of grace. And that was the final temple we visited at Jambu. Hope you heard what I said. So that is the place of Jambukeshwari. And we all prayed, and the Purohit was so beautifully doing the aarti, and he was shouting slogans which were really reverberating. Rama Janmabhoomi ki jai. Shatru Nashaya Nashaya. Rama Janmabhoomi ki jai. Every rock, every stone in the Himalayas are divine. Actually, everyone bought so many things and that and this. You know what I brought? I brought 3. I stopped my dolly and I just went there into the forest a little bit. And I just picked up 3 stones. 3 stones. Maybe I should have told you or not. You know, I got that intuition. I picked 3 and all the 3 have images in them. So I've kept 2 with me and 1 I have given to Kapila. Okay, so I've kept 2 in my puja. All will, after a few years, you just see everything will have the formation. So this is one word I leave with you. Whenever you visit Himalayas, whenever you take a dip in Ganga, bring 1 stone. Bring home 1 stone. Okay, keep it in your puja. Because that's a very sacred land. Actually, we were thinking like how many sages may be sitting inside the caves, no one knows. That's why the vibrations are so great there. Okay. So, Bharat, there's nowhere in the world you will get this, I tell you. Nowhere in the world. So instead of planning for trips abroad, you'll just see mall, you'll just see flowers, you'll just see natural scenery, you'll just see, enjoy the weather. It's fun. But Himalayas, everyone must at least touch that land. So have it as your dream. Okay, have it as your dream, have it as your vision, have it as your principle that you will visit Himalayas. Because I've been doing it and now I thought I will do it more often. It charges you like anything and your life is fulfilled once you go to Himalayas. Okay, so I think I have narrated my experience. Okay, like, you know, the very, this thing about it was going by dolly, people carrying you, felt very bad. But they were saying, Ma, because you people are coming, we are able to eat. That's the only income these people have. And so, like, we gave them liberally also. Oh, they're carrying you, but no other go, because maybe next time we'll try to walk. Okay, but it was very hot. So I don't think we could have walked. Next time, maybe if you go in December or November, we'll try to walk. Okay, so I want all of you to plan for this. So the total expense must be around 45,000, not more than that, because helicopter was booked, flight charges were they booked already. I mean, we booked it early. Maybe my sons and all I booked later. Some 10,000 more was there, but for the rest of them, it is only 16,800 for the flight and around 16 or 17,000 for the room with 2 meals, breakfast and dinner. Lunch alone we had to have. Most of the time we skipped it also because the breakfast was very good, very heavy buffet, and night dinner also was very heavy. So lunch most of us skipped, and helicopter was taken care of, and the only thing you had to spend was for the dolly or the horse. People who went by the horse had very less because it was just 400, 800 in Vaishno Devi, another 400 at Shivkhori. That's all. So I don't think it will be much expensive. We planned because we did that. Everything was done by us everywhere, everything, including the tips and other things, everything 40,000 per head. Okay. And those who visited with me, we have a little bit of cash in our hands. Okay. So if I refund it, it will not be making a much changes in you. So I have it. I'm opening up an account and I'm putting it on that. It's for the further development of Amritavashmi. So not, I mean, if I return, it is nothing like, so let it be a amount contributed to Amritavashmi, around or 40,000 or something is there, 40 or 45,000 is there. So I just put it in the bank. Okay, ma? So like 40,000 only they have paid. So if at all you make your thing shorter and shorter, it will be just 42 to 43,000. You can finish your trip. So stop going to movies. So every movie you spend 2 to 3,000, stop that and save that amount. You'll be able to enjoy the blissful journey, your lifetime experience. Okay, ma? So all of you can do that. Okay. And next trip, we have already planned Kailash and the seats are filled up. 24 entries are already there. So I'm just going to take 25. I posted first come, first serve. So 35 is too much for us because coordinating and everything. So 25 is filled up. So 24 people have already given their names for Kailash Yatra next June. And maybe we will plan a trip in December. Okay, that again, first come, first serve. It's going to be again Jammu, but it's going to be Jwalamukhi, Himachal Pradesh. We are not going to Jammu, we are going to Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so Himachal Pradesh and other things. So we'll be visiting Shakti Pitas. So when I post, please see to that you give your names first, because our group of family is very big. Therefore, 25 people from that is very less, but can't help it. Okay, ma? So I'm giving you the blessings from all the places, all the deities, all the devatas whom we saw. Openly speaking, visually, verbally, and physically. So blessings to you all. Receive the blessings, Sri Matre. Top of India. Kanyakumari, there we had beautiful this thing, Abhishekam. We were able to see Devi. Devi chanted Lalita Sahasranama. And then we went to, after that, we went to Susindram and we visited to Tiruvattar and also Tirupati Saram, all the temples we went. But Kanyakumari, it also came as an intuition. Vidya was there. So Vidya had made beautiful arrangements there and Vidya's family was totally with us. Totally with us and with Abhishekam. I don't think if we are going alone, even if I go alone with my family, I will not have this darshan. Because we were in a group and we offered so much and everything was done in a beautiful way, the alankaram, the dress. And I had the intuition to buy 5 mangalyam, just like that. So I offered 3 mangalyam at Vaishno Devi, 1 to at our Kuladevam, and 1 at Kanyakumari. No, Kanyakumari. Where did we do? I did 5. 1, no, 2 at my Kuladevam, because Mayan is there, Sri Devi and Bhudevi is there. So for them 2 and 3 to Vishnu. I bought 5 mangalyam. So like that, everything, every step was guided like everything. And as Pradeepa said, only now I realized the Rama was dark. Actually, what I saw also was dark. He was dark only. When I saw Rama, I told you, physically I saw him. He was dark. So the Rama's image is dark in Raghunath Temple, in Jammu. Okay, so Kanyakumari was also really blissful. I know, continuous, within 10 to 15 days from Kumari to Vishnu, my head to spinal cord. The complete transition of Kundalini. Complete transition of. So I think I put a thought for you all to join us. Anything, Pradeepa, have I missed out? Kapila? Yeah.
Amma, when we planned for Vaishno Devi temple and when we started on our journey, I thought, okay, we must visit Bhairavnath Ji temple also, because it is quite uphill, and the steps were steeper, so the palkis were not being allowed. Only either horses or we have to go by walk. But horses, the problem was, even if it's misses a step, we might fall down and get ourselves injured. So I told Amma, after Vaishno Devi Darshan, we all sat in Rama temple. We were resting and we prayed there, and we were all resting down in Rama temple on the hill. And everyone, Kumudama was saying it will take only 20 minutes journey. I've been there and it is easy to go. You go and come back for a helicopter ride. The helicopter, they stop services by 5 or 6, Noma, around 5 to 6, they stop the helicopters. Plus, if the weather gets worse, they might stop the services. In spite of all that, we were ready to walk down or go down by horse all 13 kilometers. So around 4 to 5 of us, I got 4 to 5 of us. Someone said you should not go alone. So around 5 to 6 of us were ready to go, and we were making arrangements for cash, because we didn't take too much of cash in our bags, because bags weren't allowed. So after making arrangements, when we came out of Sri Ram temple, Anandika came and told me, Amma has said no. It is a no order from Amma. She said something, she's not feeling something right about going on top. So the trip is cancelled to Bhairavnath Ji temple. I was so upset. I was like, okay, next time we'll go to Bhairavnath, we'll go have darshan there. And we were climbing down. And I was conversing with the horse wala, and he was telling me, okay, if you missed Bhairavnath Ji temple, don't worry. There's a spot from where you can see the Gopura, the Bhavan from there. I'll show you. We'll stop and we'll show. What happened? Coincidentally, my horse and Shreya's horse, no, Amma, you don't know what happened. My horse and Shreya's horse were overtaking all the horses, the rest of the horses. But your palki was a little in front. And I was thinking, okay, why this horse is overtaking the rest of the horses? It's not able to overtake the palki. And all of a sudden, your palki was stopped in one place. And the horse wala, he said, from there you can see Bhairavnath Ji temple. I was like, okay, Amma's also there, we'll have darshan. So we went there and we saw a Garuda circumlating the Bhairavnath Ji temple. Even now I'm getting goosebumps. It was like, as if even if you don't come there, I'm giving you darshan from here. This is more than enough. This is sufficient. Maybe that's why I wasn't able to overtake Amma's palki, because if Amma wasn't there, I wouldn't have been able to have that darshan. Only because of her presence, her vibrations, we were able to have darshan of that Garuda. And later that day, when we came, the next day, after we came back, and the next day, Amma informed us who and all wanted to go to Bhairavnath Ji temple. You know what happened? The helicopter which our group came was the last helicopter to have dropped people down, because after that it was stopped completely because of the bomb threat. And maybe we didn't know if there was proper darshan, normal darshan allowed also on the temple in Vaishno Devi. This was a big wonder, because all of a sudden Mama said, okay, go. And within a few minutes, not even 5 minutes, she said, no, I'm not feeling something right. Something is not right about going on top. You all don't go. It was a miracle again there.
Thank you, Kapila. I know. Like, my Doliwala stopped and he showed me that is Bhairavnath. And I could see a Garudan, a white-headed one, a beautiful. It was really beautiful, no, Kapila. I don't think how many of them saw it.
Yes, ma.
It was just circling. And I had the darshan of Bhairavnath. It was beautifully circling there. And it was circling like very beautiful Garudan with a nice white-headed. Okay. So like everything is taken care of by divine. Like, our Sanatana is Satyam. Our Devatas are real. All are real. They give you darshan according to whatever you have made it. That's all. There's no second thought about all these things. Everyone felt that. Everyone had that miraculous experiences. You know, like those who were always with me had a very different blissful experience, I should say. Even many of them missed the Sahasranama at Raghunath temple, I think. Only few of us were there. I think Deepa, Kapila, Radha.
Amma, I
only very few were
chanted
there.
only and went, Ma, we completed and only
No,
for
we were
Aarti
there. I'm telling you, we were
went.
there. We were there. Only you were there. Not everyone. Not everyone. Few were not there. Some actually, Hema, everyone, they said, Amma, we will come with you one day to the temple, and they waited for us, and we had the blissful darshan there also.
Amma,
Like
and about the Tirtham from the Adarma, I was the last person to have taken it from you because I missed.
I know, you missed it.
But the moment I put that in my mouth, I don't know how a Devamritam will taste, but that is for sure Devamritam, because it was like this Panjamritam from Tiruchendur, how they mixed Panjamritam, that Abhishekam milk, it was tasting better than that Amritam. It was, I don't know how I got that flavor of Panjamritam from the Tirtham of the Adar. It was completely
Muruga is there.
Spellbound, ma. Yes, ma.
Muruga is there.
We did Sashti Puja.
Seeing
Yes,
Kartikeya
ma.
in north is a rare thing. Seeing Kartikeya in the north, very rare. But even in Kedarnath,
Amma, in no temples there was Kartikeyan, ma, except for Shivkhori. The rest of the temples only Ganesha was there along with Shiv and Parvati.
Yeah, Kartikeya is not much. You will not find it much in north. But in Kedarnath, there is an image of Kartikeya. In Kedarnath also it's there. We'll plan for Kedar Badri also sometime.
Amma, and one more thing, this this museum that we visited, you shared your experience, ma. A month ago, I wanted to know what this Kashmir issue was, but Modi ji had removed the section from there. And I read about the king, what's his name? Amar Singh.